This episode is brought to you by the Pegg app. If you want a fresh social experience where you can truly customize your own content, check the links in the description or click on the screen now to learn more. Hey, what's going on guys? Luis here and welcome to the 5th episode of 5 Tech You Never Knew Existed. As always, if you're not familiar, this is a show where we talk about 5 gadgets that you probably haven't heard of. As always, there will be a playlist in the description down below with all the previous episodes in case this is your first time watching, but without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So first we're checking out the Viewfind, a hands-free wearable display. Now, this might as well be the first Google Glass competitor, but there's actually a couple of main differences. The Viewfind is not a computer, it's actually just a wearable display. So that means there's no interface, no operating system, and no camera. So how does that actually work? The Viewfind essentially plugs into your smartphone or tablet and acts as a secondary display. So you can basically do things like text messaging or looking at your GPS while you're driving, although that could of course be potentially dangerous. But you could also do things like use it with your drone or use it as a viewfinder for your camera. Next up is the Elapsed phone case, and this is the world's first case that can capture wasted radio frequencies and translate them into actual power for your phone. So the company claims that all of these different 4G and Wi-Fi signals that your typical smartphone produces every single day can actually be used to power it and increase its battery life. Obviously, only a fraction of these signals actually reach that cell tower and the rest just pretty much go to waste. So this case has a new radio frequency harvesting technology that enables it to capture all of these different frequencies and convert them into actual energy for your phone. So next we're checking out the Do6 Area Gesture device, and with it you can add finger gestures to your Android or Pebble smartwatch. It basically clips onto your phone and you can do things like answer phone calls or play music or read emails, all hands-free. Obviously it's still in a very early stage, but I really like the idea, especially because it's so small and adds a ton of functionality to your watch. But we'll have to see how well it works, because if it's anything like the Ring by Logbar, it's probably not going to be very successful. And number 4, we have the Model 01 keyboard. Now this is a pretty sweet keyboard. It's got a hardwood body, mechanical switches, and custom keycaps. But obviously its main feature is that it's split into 2 solid blocks of maple wood with split key switches on each side. The company claims that this is a much more enjoyable typing experience than any other keyboard out there in the market, and basically the whole layout is based on your fingers, and the 2 halves of the keyboard are angled so that your wrist can sit naturally without any kind of discomfort. And they also have different keys like a palm key, which I'm not even sure what it does, but I can't wait to try it out in person because it looks really comfortable and probably feels like it too. So before we continue, I wanted to tell you guys a little bit more about an app that I've been checking out recently called Pegg. Here's how it works. Pegg lets you have your own space with all the stuff that you like. You can add pictures, videos, doodles, organize them however you want, and even share them with your friends. It's also a great way to find people who are genuinely interested in the same things that you are, and personally I love how simple and easy it is to use, and it becomes pretty addicting after you start using it. Right now it's only available on iOS, but if you'd like to check it out for yourself, click the link in the description below. And lastly, we're taking a look at the Hear Active listening headphones. So these are 2 separate wireless earbuds that can totally customize your listening experience with just an app on your phone. So there's a little processor inside of the earbuds that works as an equalizer to make the best possible listening experience depending on the situation that you're in. So for example, if you're sitting on a plane, you can actually suppress the sound of the engine, or if you're taking a cab, you can reduce the sound of traffic. You can also do things like boost the bass if you're at the club, or add reverb if you're listening to live music, and I think it's definitely a useful feature and something that every headphone should have from now on. So that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and let me know in the comments down below what your favorite piece of tech was this week. And if you want to stay tuned for the next episode, make sure to subscribe down below and follow me on Twitter for the latest updates. I also want to give a huge shout out to Pegg for making this episode possible, and to you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.